For this project, we trained a neural network to apply textures automatically to untextured images. The goal was to take an image like the one on the left, and then automatically apply a texture to get a result like the one on the right. We approached this in two ways. The first way was to take the image and apply some sort of texture cue. Basically, have a user draw on a texture, and then have the network extrapolate what the rest of the texture should look like. So in this particular image, the output of the network is the middle image. For the second approach, we took in images that were filtered with an approach known as the L0 gradient minimization. Basically, this approach wipes away all the textures, and then what we want our neural network to do is reinfer those textures after being trained to do so. The network we used was known as Pix2Pix. Pix2Pix is a generative adversarial network that is composed of two different pieces. The generator, which takes an image and then tries to output a target image, so a stylized image in our case. And then a discriminator tries to determine whether that image is real or fake. By training across each other, the generator and the discriminator learn to produce high-quality images, especially those that are well-textured. The first approach we used was to provide a circular cue at the very center, which basically was just a copy of the texturized image on the right. This failed to generalize to other sorts of texture cues, other hand-drawn cues, so we decided to take on a new training format where we took in a variety of texture cues, as you can see here. This resulted in much better results, and results that seem to generalize, as you can see in the following demo. For approach 2, we trained on the L0 images, had it apply textures, and we were able to successfully mimic many of the textures of the ground truth image. Some of the things that we learned along the way was that neural networks, at least the formulation we used, had a very hard time learning a homographic transformation. So in this case, our network just seemed to blur out the texture rather than transform it. We also found that the Pix2Pix approach had a hard time applying textures to faces after we had applied the L0 filter to the original images. We think this project was really fun to pursue and taught us a lot about how neural networks work with image processing, as well as taught us kind of the ins and outs that come with experimenting with different neural networks.